I am one with my I Am Presence and Holy Christ Self. My personalities, body elemental, and new spirit. All parts of my being are in balance, harmony, and alignment. I pull in my aura so it is fully contained within Metatron's cosmic egg. And I am now ready for today's message. Greetings, beloveds. I rejoice as always in the opportunity to share these moments with you in this particular fashion. Although please remember, I am available to you at any time that you simply think of me or invite me into your presence. But the moments that you spend listening to these videos are precious indeed, for it allows your entire being to become aware of information and energy that I wish to share with you as you are navigating your way through these tumultuous times. There is so much happening on your planet that it is impossible for any one light being to address all of these issues in a short amount of time. Add to this the fact that the situation on your planet is evolving daily. That is why I have long asked Christmas to do these videos on a daily basis. And she is finally getting to the point that she is able to do this. And I am very grateful to her for that. Each day, more and more of you are subscribing to these videos as you recognize the importance and the value of being able to receive up-to-date information for free on a daily basis. I know that many of you out there feel quite alone in the places that you are living. You may not have anyone in your immediate environment with whom to talk and with whom to share your own experiences and to share your questions. That is why from the beginning I have told you that you may ask any questions of a general nature to Christmas, and she will forward them, as it were, to me, so that you might have these questions answered. It also gives me a basis for doing these videos based on your interests and on the questions that you ask. You must realize that as I am omniscient, I have an entire universe worth of information to share with you. And so it is sometimes difficult for me to choose which of all of the things that I can talk about will be of specific interest to you, those of you who are watching these videos on a regular basis. So please do not hesitate to ask any questions that you wish to have answered, so that I can direct these videos in a way that will be of greatest interest and service to you. This said, I would now like to share the information that I have for you for today. Christmas never knows ahead of time what I'm going to talk about, but she trusts that I will always bring through the most perfect information for the day. And I often use her own interests and inner questions, whether they be vocalized to me or not, that I can use as the focus of any particular day's message. She and all of you go out into the world, and by your very presence in the world, you are sharing your love, your light, and your being with all of those around you. So even if you are not aware of your special and unique gift, as I talked about yesterday, you are still bringing love and light into the world every time you go out. You can add to this service simply by being aware of it. That is, as you go about your shopping or any activities in the outer world, if you simply focus on receiving the light and walk around knowing that you are emanating light, you will actually increase the amount of light that you give out to the world. This is a wonderful service, beloveds. And I thank you for doing it. And I encourage you to do it as much as you possibly can while you are out in the world. For not only are you benefiting the world, you are also benefiting yourself by being conscious of receiving the light and emanating the light. Your consciousness should be expanding daily with your increased focus on the activity of light within you. You are always receiving the light unconsciously. But when you receive the light consciously, you multiply its power by a factor of at least 10. That means that when you are consciously receiving the light, you are receiving at least 10 times more light than you would if you simply breathed it in unconsciously, as you do when you are focused in the ego or the lower mind, and not consciously focused on the activity of light within you. consciousness is the greatest tool you have for ascension. When your consciousness is focused on your heart, you are multiplying the heart energies by at least 10 times. Many of you are becoming aware that the electromagnetic resonance of the heart is 100 or 1,000 times more powerful than the emanations that are coming out of your brain. In your society, at this time in the planet, most of your focus is in the brain, on thinking, thought, intelligence, and most of your activities are directed from the brain or from the lower ego mind. But Ascension is about directing these activities from the heart. It is about making choices from the heart. It is about focusing on the heart so that the heart energies will be more powerful. Your heart is connected to the divine mind. Your brain is connected to the lower mind. This is why most all spiritual teachers will encourage you to focus on the heart so that you can attain your ascension the most gracefully and in the shortest amount of time. These teachers are correct and may be listened to and followed. And if that is the principal point of their teaching, then that alone will suffice for you to advance quickly along your path. Many teachings are complicated, and so many of you choose not to follow them, and to follow the most simple, direct teachings that you can. These videos are meant to contain the most simple and quickest steps that you can take to your ascension. It is not because they are simple that means that they are not powerful. For these are very powerful techniques, beloveds. But they are meant to be used daily. They are meant to be used all the time, if you possibly can, so that with each minute you are advancing towards your ascension rather than receding from it. Every moment that you spend lost in the ego mind is like taking a step backward from your ascension process. Every moment that you spend in the heart and consciously awake and aware that you are the light and the love of God are steps forward along your path. The ideal is to gain momentum along your path so that you are consciously advancing And so that even in the moments when you become less aware, the momentum you have gained will help carry you forward. Momentum is a great gift to offer yourself. And it is something that I speak to Christmas about often. For she has often let her momentum fall and die, as it were, choosing instead a path of easiness, laziness, or self-satisfaction. But now, fortunately, in this year of 2014, she is choosing to make her momentum increase daily and not to fall back into those easy ways where she loses her momentum. So, beloveds, think about your momentum and of the value that it gives you when you build it up sufficiently and then do the daily work to maintain it. This alone will make your path much easier. It will make your path more delightful. And it will ease the way before you. Life on this planet at this time is a wondrous gift that is given to you so that you might attain your ascension in this very lifetime. But it takes constant effort, diligence, and awareness in order to complete the ascension at this time. I wish to inspire you with these videos and to motivate you, to encourage you, and to bless you. Thank you for listening to these videos. I am Metatron.